Next, we have a follow-up to a story we first told you about yesterday. A former prostitute says the Park City Motel in Chattanooga is a place where prostitutes do their business.
Well, today the Hamilton County Health Department investigated, and the health department says the business does not meet the definition of motel. Investigators conclude rooms at the Park City Motel are not rented by the day. That's pretty much what we heard yesterday from former prostitute Catrina Cabe.
You just sign in, you pay $15, $20 for an hour, you do your business, and you leave.
So because Park City is not recognized as a motel, the health department says it doesn't have jurisdiction to regulate it. So who does? Depend on us to continue digging deeper into this story.
Meanwhile, the woman you just met who blew the whistle on the Park City Motel is speaking out even further.
And Catrina Cabe has an 18 arrests for prostitution, domestic assault, and drugs, but has changed her ways.
Tonight, she revisits one of her favorite streets. Hers is a message of hope in a sea of darkness. It's the secret life of a prostitute, as told by a woman who's been there.
I've had a lawyer here as a customer. I won't mention his name. He knows who he is. And I had an officer from another county.
Catrina Cabe says while she was walking the streets, she'd often talk to cops patrolling the streets.
I felt like I kind of needed to, because in case my body was ever found, they'd know who I was.
But more often than normal, Cabe says she'd get picked up by just average, ordinary men, many of them with families. Even though residents would call the cops, men would still give her the eye here on Clio Avenue and circle back around. Others would avoid eye contact and treat her like dirt.
Which made me feel invisible, and I know that that's the way the women out there feel now. They feel invisible, they feel trapped in this lifestyle. They feel like there's no way out of it.
These days, Cabe drives the streets looking for women on the corners. She says she's spreading the word of God in hopes of leading them off the streets.
I know that God has a purpose for these women and that their purpose is amazing, and I want to give them every opportunity to take advantage of that.
Cabe says it's difficult to get prostitutes to turn their lives around, but she and her group cry for the broken. Anywhere from 20 to 50 prostitutes are on the streets of Chattanooga on a regular basis, she says. Most, if not all of them, addicted, as she was, to drugs.
We're here to hold our hands out to give a hand up to the people who are truly broken and say, I can't take this anymore.
Cabe says if people want to stop prostitution, call the police on the crack houses. She says that will put a dent in what's called the world's oldest profession.